The Guam Waterworks Authority has used the old outfall pipe leading out of the Agana wastewater treatment plant 5 times in the last 3 years. That's why Guam EPA always lists West Agana Bay Beach as closed. Paul Kemp is GWA's Manager of Safety and Compliance.
Some of it has flowed over the old weir into the old outfall discharge line, and that's happened 5 times in the last, since 2008.
And when you say small amounts, how many?
It's in the thousands of gallons as compared to millions of gallons. So we're talking like 1%, 0.5% of the flow.
The old outfall pipe ends just past the reef, dumping its load at a depth of only 150 feet. Waves pounded a crack in it at the reef line years ago. And whenever there's a discharge, some of that sewage may flow back into the lagoon. That's why the new outfall pipe was built under the reef and out about a half mile, where the sewage is disgorged about 250 feet down. Kemp says that on those 5 occasions when the old outfall pipe has been used in recent years, it's always been during heavy rains.
We had 2 in 2009, which was a heavy rain year. We've had 3 this year, which is a heavy rain year. So that's when you see the other outfall get used. Well,
Always associated with rain.
It's always, yes.
The West Agana Bay treatment plant is not the only one to experience sewage overflows. The Southern Wastewater Treatment Plant has seen 5 overflow diversions this year alone, one of which was cited last Friday in district court by Justice Department environmental attorney Robert Mullaney. But Kemp responds that the overflows are necessary.
If we tried to let the water overflow the top of the lagoons, it would erode and destroy them. So we have a safety drain that lets water get out of the lagoons before they can cause damage to the treatment plant.
Guam EPA and U.S. EPA have a problem with these diversions of partially treated sewage, saying that they raise health concerns. However, Kemp believes those concerns are overblown because there are only 3 outfall pipes, and they could not be blamed for the more than 20-plus beaches that Guam EPA puts advisories on every week.
At most, if you could consider it related to wastewater, you could count it to 3.
3 what? 3 beaches?
3 beaches. We only affect 3 beaches. Tangeeson. Actually, Apra Harbor isn't even considered to be a beach recreational area. And then Agana, West Agana Bay.
And Kemp says GWA does its own testing and finds the same organisms that Guam EPA does, but they are organisms that live in the ground on island, and, he says, they're washed into the surrounding waters during the heavy rains.
The problem with these tests is the organisms that we use to trace this risk live in our soil. So, and it's their native habitat. They like the warm tropical soil just like they like warm-blooded animals. So they live there.
So it's not like they're breeding in the recreational waters because of excess sewage. They're being washed into the water from the
rainfall.
So it doesn't pose a substantial.
No, I wouldn't consider it to be any kind of a threat to the recreational uses of the beaches.
Kevin Kerrigan, PNC News.